Missouri Governor Mike Parson says he has 4 main goals this legislative session.
Making the government more accountable, building stronger communities,
and improving education and workforce development, revitalizing infrastructure.
That last goal already making an impact in Kansas City. Governor Mark Parson says the Buck O'Neill Bridge will be completely rebuilt in the future years.
All of Kansas City's ears perked up when they heard that. This morning, Governor Parson joins us via satellite to talk more about his State of the State address.
Governor, thank you for joining us this morning. The project to replace the bridge, this was built in 1956, going to cost at least $200 million, split between the state and the city. But we know we're going through an environmental study right now. What do we need to know from that study when it happens and when it finishes?
Yeah, I think all the administration side of it, the quicker we can get that done, the quicker we can really start putting concrete in the ground, start building a bridge. So there's some steps we still have to go to, but I think the number one thing for us was to make sure we partnered with the city. A lot of people have been working on that for a long time, and to be able to be part of that success to get that done has been important to me, and we've been trying to work on that since early on in the administration. And it was great to be able to announce that, yes, it's State of the State.
And you also proposed another $50 million for the Transportation Cost Share Program. Can you talk to us about that?
Yeah, the cost share program we put in last year was to help the local communities, the cities and the counties on the local level, to be a matching fund. And that matching fund actually was supposed to be a dollar for dollar, but it ended up being $150 million worth of infrastructure with about a $300 million impact on the state of Missouri. So it was great to see that be so successful. It's another reason we put it in the budget this year. And anytime, you know, I'm a big fan of partnering with the cities and counties. It shouldn't always just be about the state writing a check. But when we can partner and really make things better for the communities, that's an exciting time. And it's been a great time for Kansas City. Kansas City's been on a roll for a little over a year now. A lot of good things happening up there.
We're glad to hear you say that, Governor Parson. Last year, as you know, the state of Missouri dealt with historic flooding for months, just getting over that at the end of this year. Communities, farmers affected. To better prepare for recovery of that, you called for an investment in disaster recovery funds. What does that mean?
Yeah, the reality of it is we're still not out of the woods per se on that flooding. We've been in that since March. We just now got back to normal levels just about a few weeks ago. But the reality is a lot of those levees and everything's not been repaired up there in the northwest part of our state. And the reality is we got to be prepared for that. So I think just being good stewards of the taxpayer money, setting that money aside, being prepared for that is just a good thing for all of us.
I know the state is bracing for what this spring will bring too. And something else that we have all been bracing for, we've been talking about in recent years, Kansas City, Springfield, and St. Louis have all seen spikes in gun crimes and homicides. What is your plan to try and curb that violent crime?
You know, I've had the opportunity to meet with the mayors, the 4 mayors of the largest urban areas, to discuss that. Things that we could agree on, things that we couldn't agree on, but really some good proposals coming out. One, we got to look at the mental health issues that involve in some of this, the social services side of it. We got to get more people on the ground there to help in some of these communities. I think the witness protection plan that we're going to put in place and put some funding behind that. And then really target violent criminals. You know, when we talk about the Second Amendment, it's one thing when you talk about the Second Amendment law-abiding citizens, but again, I think we got to take a real hard look at violent criminals and what they're doing and go after them and really try to find out how do you prosecute them and how you team up with the local and state and the federal levels to do that. Much like Triple Beam in Kansas City. What a great success story that was.
All right, Governor Parson, a lot of serious issues facing the state right now. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. On a bit of a lighter note, I know that you went to the Chiefs game. You're a Chiefs fan. You come into town to go to the Chiefs game this weekend?
Yeah. Well, I got a granddaughter that's going to be dedicated at church Sunday, so I got to do my family duties there. Man, it's killing me. But here's what I would suggest. I would suggest everybody go out, buy them a little sunscreen, you know, and let's head to Miami. I think that's the big goal of the week.
We appreciate that, Governor Parson. That's good advice. Thank you very, very much.